What's up, guys? It's All64, and I caught two things in the trailer for Pokemon Wind and Waves. First one is that snake-shaped cloud. Now, this could be, right, a random cloud that was created by the random generator in the game where it generates random islands, right? This could be that, just some random cloud that it got made. Or where this is where I believe that Game Freak has shown us the foreshadowing on how one of the legendaries is gonna look. And I wouldn't doubt that one of the legendaries, of course, the Waves one, is a sea serpent, a Leviathan legendary. Now, some are gonna argue, of course, that Kyogre is the Leviathan in Pokemon. Even though it's true that he is a representation of a Leviathan, he resembles nothing what a Leviathan looks like. He's more like I always consider him as a whale, not a Leviathan. Okay, anything Gyarados is the representation of a Leviathan in Pokemon. Now, can this be me stretching it, or can this really be a foreshadowing of how the legendary is going to look? Well, we can only wait and see. Now, the second one is the one that a lot of people have missed, especially Americans, because you don't see this in the English logo. This is for the Japanese logo. And in the Japanese logo, we see a weird symbol. That right there. This right here could be Game Freak telling us new gimmick of Generation 10. Or the symbol is just part of the legendary's design. Who knows, right? But I'm finna stretch it even more. You know what I think it is? I think that this is a new gimmick, and I think it's fusion. Now, let me explain why I think that. Look at the symbol, right? And on the left and on the right, there's a orangey, reddish, yellowish energy flow on the right. And then there's a purplish, bluish, white little flow on the left. And both of them come full circle, right? Because, it's fusion. And in the middle is the product you get. I don't have to go that deep to back up with what I'm saying, because in the Pokemon Sun and Moon, we see a Z crystal on the logo. And we all know that Z move is the gimmick of Sun and Moon. Now, if it's fusion, how would Game Freak do this? It'd only be for Generation 10 Pokemons that they confuse between each other, right? Or is it like Mega, where they pick a handful of Pokemons who confuse? And is the fusion permanent, or is the fusion in battle? So if it's in battles, I guess, a 2v2 would be a logical thing to do. Or you could just have, let's say if Charizard and Pikachu has a fusion, right? Let's say that, right? And I have Charizard out, but as long as I have Pikachu in my party, I confuse. Things like that, And one of the big reasons why I'm holding on to this fusion is because fusion is a gimmick that Game Freak hasn't used yet. And it's been talked about for years. And yes, I know Pokemon has done fusion, with Kyurem and Necrozma, but it's just them, Black and White and Sun and Moon showed us that this could be the future gimmick of Pokemon, and it's going to happen. And I'm almost positive that this is the game that's going to introduce fusion. Hey, if I'm wrong about all this, at the end of the day, it's just a theory.